What's up, boys and girls? It's Bear with BearIndependent.com. I wanted to talk with y'all today a little bit about the 22 long rifle. And look at that little itty bitty sucker. And my thoughts on it. The importance of the 22 on the Homestead. We have several 22s on the Homestead, and we use them for probably more than you might think. We should probably start off with what we don't use them for. These are not go-to-war weapons. They're not the ultimate bug-out bag firearm. They are not SHTF ready. Reasons why. This is not a center fire cartridge. It's a rim fire cartridge. Because of the way that these are primed, they are therefore less reliable. This is not a terribly powerful round. I know everybody has an anecdote about somebody they know who has either killed a deer or who has been killed with a 22 long rifle, or they heard a story about a guy who did a thing one time in a place. Cool. As I've stated before, I have shot a raccoon right here from 3, maybe 4 yards away with a 22 and watched it sneeze the chicken head out of its mouth that it was eating that prompted me to shoot it in the first place. Watched it sneeze, feathers go everywhere, and then it ran away. Now, was that 22 a dud? Is it because raccoons have sloped foreheads? Whatever, it proves the point. If I can't kill a raccoon with it reliably at 4 yards, why am I going to take it into battle during the end of the world as we know it? Short answer, I'm not. So, what is a 22 good for? Well, here we have the ubiquitous Ruger Model 1022, chambered in 22 long rifle. This has a 3-9 Redfield on it. It has had a 3-9 Redfield on it for 20 years or so. It's also got a little tiny light on it. This gun shoots a lot of pests on property. A lot of pests on property. In fact, as far as guns on property go, I think that particular gun has got more blood on it than any other single firearm on the Homestead. I mean, I'm going to say 50 things at least have been killed with this gun. It's been around the block. I mean, look, we're looking at bare metal down here in the bottom, metal on the gun. Yeah, back when this was metal, not plastic, when Ruger made these. There we go. Old style mag release down here before the paddle. The stock has been dinged so many times I just decided to paint it. Actual metal barrel band. It's got a chunk knocked out of the stock here. It's been around the block a few times, right? So why does the 22 matter on the Homestead? Well, the first is for teaching new shooters safe weapons handling and basic marksmanship. This is a light, handy gun. We have another 1022 like this that has no scope on it, has no nothing. It's just a stock 1022. It's great for teaching new shooters. This little $120 beauty is the Heritage Manufacturing 22 long rifle. Single action revolver. What does that mean? It means not double action. See, this doesn't work, but if I cock the hammer back, then I can manipulate the trigger to drop the hammer, okay? So, and it's a single action. It's got a little feed gate on it here, so you pop that open, stick the rounds in there. When you're done, there's an ejector here. You use that to pop the spent cases out. So the cylinder does not swing out and swing back in again. It's a cheap way to manufacture a pistol. I mean, this was $120, I think. And it's a good little pistol. It's handy. It's a minute of pine cone. has been my experience as far as accuracy. I mean, very easy to murder pine cones with this at 15 yards. So, but it's great for new shooters. It weighs nothing. There's no recoil. There is actually a significant amount of muzzle blast, which is actually kind of cool if you're into that. But it's a great way to teach basic weapons handling to people and train up marksmanship. And there's lots of 22 weapons out there. Ruger Mark II is another great pistol for training up with the 22. I know nothing about the Glock 44 other than what the fanboys have said, and then a lot of the critics have said, yeah, the fanboys said it was great. It's actually garbage. I've not held one or run one. The Walther, what's it, P22, is a good little 22. And Smith & Wesson makes one that I've heard good things about but have not run. Of course, the Browning Buckmark. There's lots of 22s out there. But they're great for teaching basic weapons handling and basic marksmanship to people. This is how you run a gun with something that it has historically been cheaper to operate than most other weapons platforms, and it's quiet, no recoil. It's not an intimidating round at all, so that's a good place to start. We use these guns, this gun in particular, for dealing with pests on the homestead. This gun has shot a lot of possums, a lot of squirrels, mice, a lot of rabbits. What else has this gun shot? It has shot raccoons, several raccoons, a couple of cats, a lot of things. Lots of chickens, which is dispatching. Every animal that we are going to butcher on this piece of property gets shot with that first. And shot placement, yeah, shot placement, it's all about shot placement. When we take down a sheep, 140-pound Katahdin, boom, right there, and their legs buckle, they go straight to the ground. Had to put down one of our dogs, and this rifle did it. Right there, lights out. Shot a lot of feral dogs around here that were packing up and eating our animals, but that was done with an AR. But cow, right there, knees buckle straight to the ground. A couple of goats have met their match from this rifle. Chickens out the wazoo, guinea hens, couple of ducks. It's the go-to gun. I mean, it's got blood on it. That's blood right there. I mean, that's actually blood that looks like a bloody thumbprint from carrying the gun after dispatching. This gun has killed a lot of things. So, for dispatching, yeah, man, it's all about shot placement. And again, the reason for the light is most things that are going to eat your chickens or eat your sheep come out at night. So you need a way to positively identify the target and illuminate the target so that you can get a shot on the target. You don't want to just be shooting at noises. So that's why there's a light on this. And it's nothing special, man. It's a 1-inch mount that's on a rail on the bottom of the gun with a WowTac A1S $25 18650 LED flashlight on there. But that's all it takes, really. I mean, this is not a tactical environment. I just need to light up the possum so I can shoot him in the face. And the last reason that we have 22s around is that they're fun. They're fun to shoot. They're enjoyable to shoot. Low recoil, low noise, relatively inexpensive ammunition. Great for father-son bonding or for, again, teaching new people to shoot, spending time with people. They're really good for quietly assessing how other people handle weapons, how other people shoot, seeing what they know, what they don't know. So, they're enjoyable. The sport of shooting, the recreation of shooting, is for many people accomplished with rimfire 22 weapons. And for us, we get down with that as well. We love these things. We have several of these things, and they're just downright enjoyable. I mean, again, this thing is a blast to shoot. It's fun. This is fun to shoot. Is it tactical? No, not even a little bit. But, you know, it's all Betsy Rossed out. It's enjoyable to shoot. There's something about just that, like, all that unburnt powder and schmoo that just flies out the end of the gun when you shoot one of these. It's enjoyable. You know, the sights aren't adjustable, but it's actually, comes from the factory, well regulated. Even though, I mean, it's a fairly crudely manufactured weapon. You can see the casting, and it's just pinned and screwed together. But I mean, this is cast. This is machined. That's machined. But all this is cast. Bottom metal's cast. It's all cast. I mean, it's crude. A couple of screws back here holding it together. But it's fun, and for 120 bucks, man, it's enjoyable. And that's the thing. It's enjoyable, and it's great to teach people how to manipulate these platforms. And when you see somebody who doesn't know how to shoot learn how to shoot, and they start to light up with joy when they start making hits, it's awesome. So that's why we keep 22s around on the Homestead, and I enjoy them. And what I don't do is bet my life on them. I'm not a fan of betting my life on the 22 caliber. Even 22 Magnum, which is so expensive nowadays, man, you might as well take a 9mm. You know, they make the PC carbine. It's the same footprint. It's just a 9mm. So 22 is not reliable enough. It just doesn't have the energy foot-pounds to really make it a viable option. Yes, shot placement is everything, and yes, I did just give you a list of things that I've killed with the 22. And yes, you can put a 22 into somebody's chest cavity or their head and really put a hurt on them. But at what distance? You lose a lot of standoff capability with the 22. But that's the subject of another video for another time. This is not a self-defense weapon. This is not an offensive/defensive carbine. What it is a meat getter, a pest control device, a homestead defender, a butchering tool, and a hell of a lot of fun from a recreational standpoint. So that's why we keep a 22 around the Homestead. Appreciate y'all. If you'd like to support the show, click the baby bear up here in the corner. Patreon is the economic engine of the Bear Nation, because you know this video is going to get demonetized. Can't be talking about evil firearms on the YouTubes. Shalom, Bear Nation.